Hello and welcome to another off-cycling workout. We're here to help you stay fit and strong as you get older.
Thanks, Dom, and we are off. So the workout started. Usual posture, shoulders nice and relaxed, arms relaxed, breathing relaxed. Let's not get too tense too early, eh, Dom? You all right with that?
I'm all right with that. I was going to ask you my normal question, but my normal question is, so what have you got in store for us? And your normal answer is a 6-minute warm-up starts us off,
Yes,
as I know, so we're into that now.
It's the omnipresent 6-minute warm-up. This is so important. We're going to hammer this point pretty much every workout. Well, we are going to do it every workout. So it's really important that warm-ups aren't skipped, that there's something that isn't curtailed because people really want to get out, really want to get on with the workout. This is the workout. The warm-up is the workout. Unless you have a proper structured warm-up that allows the body to adjust into the workout, then the workout will be, well, it just won't be as good. You just won't get as much out of it. You're not going to feel as great. You won't recover as quick either. So that is why we do the warm-up. Yeah. And then the workout today, as you can see by the description on our YouTube channel, this is going to be a high intensity interval training. So what that means is that the periods of rest will be slightly shorter and the blocks of activity will be slightly harder or slightly higher than we have before. And of course, it's what somebody wanted on the comments, and we jumped straight on that. We're like, yeah, of course we can do that. So what that will mean is that, of course, we're going to be using the RPE scale, the rating of perceived exertion, as we always do. So we'll be jumping from 3 to 4, which is where we are now on the warm-up, an RPE of 3, which is, just to recap quickly, 0 to 2 is pretty much, you're not doing very much at all, you may be walking around, yeah? 3 to 4, you're starting to work out, as we are now, but talking, conversing, is pretty comfortable. Would you agree, Don?
Absolutely, I can talk.
Yeah, he can talk. He can talk.
I'm letting him do the talking now.
So 3 to 4. So then we jump to the 4 to 6, where talking becomes more strained. It becomes, you have to think a little bit more. You're kind of getting the sentences out, getting your comments or statements, as Dom is prone to do,
That's what you mean.
out.
Wisdom, I call it.
Wisdom. The words of wisdom are flying, with perhaps a little bit of thoughts going into the structure in which you get them out, because you are obviously needing to breathe harder than you were before. We then go 6 to 8. Now, 6 to 8, yes, you can talk, and those phrases or responses are coming out in maybe a few words, maybe a short sentence at best, because you're really using your whole breathing apparatus to breathe rather than to generate noise, which we commonly call speech. So there we go. And above 8, man, you could probably answer in the very binary yes or no, right, but you'd probably rather just focus on the activity in hand and keep your head down. So 8 and above is pretty hard. Now we are going to dip in to 8 today for one of the blocks. So as I say, this is always subjective. It's your 8. It's not my 8, it's not Dom's 8, it's your 8. So it's how you feel. So if you're approaching that upper level and you're thinking, you know, potentially a lot of you are going to be doing this on your own. So it's very difficult for you to, unless you're shouting at yourself, which may or may not work. It's a very subjective judgment on your behalf as to how hard you are working. So if you can give us some feedback on this, if you find the RPE scale a bit confusing or a bit vague or a bit woolly, and I'll agree with you, there are no hard and fast cut-off points. There are no cliff edges between each increment on the scale. They do blend in.
But we were talking about it when we were saying that obviously it varies person to person, but it can also vary day to day based on how you're feeling. So it is an opportunity to calibrate yourself, but also yourself on that particular day. So you allow yourself the flexibility to go, today my 7 might be less than it would have been a week ago for whatever reason.
Absolutely.
So it is very helpful, and takes, you know, a couple of goes to get it somewhere, right? But
so it's you know, we wouldn't advise you kind of marking increments on your bike as to say, right, well, I think that's a 5, I'm going to mark an increment there. That's definitely a 5, because as Dom has just said, it may be a 5 today, but it might feel like a 6 tomorrow, depending on if you're feeling tired. But of course, then if you get fitter, that 5 becomes a 4. Oh, crikey, Dom.
Yeah, indeed.
It's all over the place.
Indeed, it's confusing. Andy did mention we've had comments. We're gathering a really good audience now, which is very exciting for us, as you can imagine. We've had lots of interaction from people as well, you know, asking questions which we are responding to on the channel. I think what the
30 seconds, sorry, Dom.
30
seconds left on the warm-up, and then we're going to jump to a 4-minute block. We're going up to a 5. We're currently working 3 to 4. We're going up to a 5. I'll give you a countdown with 5 seconds to go. Sorry, Dom.
No, only saying that the comment we liked the most was likening us to John Malkovich and Woody Allen on exercise bikes. I think
brilliant.
it must be Malkovich that makes me Woody Allen.
Okay,
oh God, I'm so depressed.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right, twig that up.
Okay. How long have we got on this?
We've got 4 minutes on a 5.
4 minutes on a 5, okay. Yes.
Okay, so the tone of the wheel changes immediately. Those brushes are pushing down onto my flywheel. So we don't talk too much about hand position, and certainly on the majority of these workouts, I'd advise that you just find something that's comfortable. You may find that you want to shift to the front of the bars, the outside of the bars, or the inside of the bars. That's fine. It's not as if you have to adjust your hand position because you're focusing on balance. You know, you're actually on a bike or climbing a hill where hand position plays a lot more of a bigger part, certainly. So certainly just stay comfortable, guys, but don't tense the shoulders. Don't lock the arms out continually. Tense the shoulders, relax the elbows, drop the head down. So I can feel that. That's a minute in, and I can feel that I'm having to think a bit more about when I talk.
Yeah, and as ever, we arrive on the bike in a certain state of mind. Our body's a bit tired. I played cricket yesterday, which lots of people think is a very low impact sport, which I guess it is, but when you get past 40 or past 50, you know, it brings into play different parts of the body.
Absolutely.
And consequently you can have a sore back or a sore knee or whatever, but I don't feel terrible, but I definitely noticed this morning waking up that I'd been doing something I didn't normally do yesterday.
Good.
Which is a good thing, I suppose.
So the key thing about Dom playing cricket yesterday was that he was being active. He was doing something, and this key to continual activity or continually be doing something to keep your body reaching and stretching, or workout is a very overused term, but just doing something that keeps your body stretching so you don't start to work in ever decreasing circles is so important as you get older. How are you feeling, Dom?
Yeah, not too bad. I mean,
we're definitely on a 5 here.
Well, I'm conscious with your instruction talking about cadence. So I have a feeling that in the past I would have.
You've definitely got a slightly higher cadence. Definitely.
I'm considering my leg speed as well as everything else. Choosing my RPE, and I think
it's good.
I recognise that now.
It's good. It's good.
You've taught me something, Andy.
I had the slight advantage of being able to. I had a short cycle to come over here to the shack. So
cycling shack.
I was slightly more warmed up than perhaps Dom was coming into this, and of course, being good friends, I'm going to hammer that advantage.
Yes, please. Break me.
Right, that's 9 minutes into the workout, which gives us 1 more minute at 5, and then we're going to go down back to a 4, which is the top end of the warm-up. So you're gonna tweak that resistance down slightly. It's going to feel slightly easier, but only for 60 seconds. From now on, it's 4-1, 4-1, 4-1, 4-1.
Okay.
Which sounds like a radio call. Maybe it is.
Or a football formation.
Yeah. Some of the coaches that we've seen, that's exactly the kind of.
Yes, it is.
That's about as much thought as they would have put into it.
What do you mean?
Let's play this formation.
Why?
Just why we haven't done it before. Okay, so 15 seconds, and then taking it down to a 4. Yeah, this is definitely a 5. Definitely a 5. I'm definitely a 5. I hope you two are as well. Okay, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down a fraction. Yeah, totally the wheel changes.
Yeah.
I've got 60 seconds. I mean, just to give you a bit of background here, Dom is very new as you guys are, to the RPE scale. So certainly what I can see on this session is that you're really getting a feel for it. Am I wrong? Am I right?
Yeah, no, I think what I'm learning very much is that it's not about pushing a high resistance. It's about resistance, but it's also about leg speed, and that's really what I think we all need to understand is it's a blend of the two. You get fit by moving your legs, and you get fit by pushing something against them.
Yeah.
And I think previously I would have gone
combination
too high
of
on
two.
resistance.
Yeah. No need.
It's very helpful.
Okay, so that was a quick. We're almost at the end of that minute recovery, so that's gone quick, right? So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now up to a 6. Okay, so you're going through the 5 zone into a 6, and don't tweak it up too much. Yeah, best to err on the side of caution as you come into this block, because the body will take 45 seconds to a minute to understand what's going on and adjust to that resistance, and then possibly call on your reserves, call on your aerobic system to do more work. So if after 45 seconds to a minute of this block you feel you're not at a 6, by all means,
No, I'm at a 6.
go a little bit harder on yourself.
I'm conscious again of this leg speed, which is the other bit of it.
Well, I'm at a 6, so this is the top end. We're now at the top end of
Chat.
or comfortable chat.
You call it chat, not chat GPT, but chat.
Chat
Tired
comfort
and emotional.
BT.
I think the tension thing is another thing that I think is really important to understand. As you often say, relax your body.
Yeah.
But my body's going into, getting tense.
Yeah.
And I have noticed as well, as ridiculous as it sounds, when you're involved in high stress activity, your breathing tends to go all to cock, which is no good either. You need to remember to breathe and try to keep the body relaxed.
And
which
relax,
is hard,
totally,
right?
really hard. Really hard. It's you almost need to go in a kind of state of meditation, and certainly if you are cycling hard over long distances, you really need to repeat a mantra to yourself to relax the upper body.
Yes.
To utilise only the muscles that need to be used. Don't tense up. Yeah? All that's going to do is call on your energy reserves and make the whole thing a little bit more difficult.
Yeah.
All right.
And staying steady, you say keep your head steady, but again, it's harder to do as you get more fatigued. But
yeah, absolutely. Okay. So we've got 3 more minutes. Wow. At this level. Let's keep that leg speed up, don't we?
I think your counting's right, isn't it?
Quite easy to drop off.
3 more minutes?
Sorry, 2 more minutes. You're right, my counting is off. Sorry.
I was wondering about that.
Yeah, sorry. Let's take, the end of this block will take us to 15, halfway through the workout.
Yeah, okay, that's good. Whoa. Always good to know.
Yeah. And I'm listening to your comments, Dom. I deliberately mucked up the timing count there so I could hear you talk and just check that you were working at the
Deliberate mistakes.
Deliberate mistakes. Yeah. Let's keep that leg speed up, body relaxed, head looking forward and down.
I did do, as I think many people do before you get on, we're doing a warm-up at the beginning of this session, as we always do, but I chose, maybe because I was doing playing cricket yesterday, to do a little bit of stretching myself, just to ease myself onto the bike.
Yep.
So I know we talk about how strength and stretching are part of the kind of routine, the ideal routine, aren't they, in terms of staying fit and healthy as you get older.
Absolutely. The Trinity.
Yeah. The Holy Trinity.
Yeah.
What's it? Strength, stretching, cardio?
Yeah, definitely. Well, I guess we should add relaxation to that as well. We should add, the 4-legged stool. We should add that.
Yes, I like that, but I'm not.
The ability to
really have a problem with
take time to relax.
Or do I? Yeah.
I've got that down to a fine art. All right, so we're almost at the point we're going to drop back down into the recovery phase, which we're going down to a 5 at this time. Okay, so in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, down to a 5, so midway.
Yes, nice.
That's going to feel easier, but you're still working. But just 60 seconds at this.
You'll notice that he doesn't drink much because he doesn't really sweat much, or as much as I do. But particularly if I'm feeling slightly fatigued, I always bring a bottle of water just in case.
Yeah. That's an interesting one. That you've always kind of got by with perhaps not drinking enough on the bike. Kind of got used to running dry.
You're a reptile, Andy. Cold-blooded.
Funnily enough, someone else said that the other week, but not in complimentary terms. Right, here we go.
I wonder who that could have been.
Okay. Go 15 more seconds, and we're going up to a 7, man. 7, guys. Right.
What, for another 4 minutes, yeah?
You got it. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 7.
To keep the cadence going, it's going to be hard for me.
This is going to bite.
I'm not going to find this easy.
It's going to bite. Yeah, I've really got to relax my upper body now.
Yeah, this is tough now.
I've got to keep that cadence up. Now, don't forget, Dom, by your own words, it's a combination of resistance and cadence.
You might have to just nudge it off a bit there.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying hard here. But that's speed is. Keep with it.
Right. So, thankfully, you probably noticed that the conversation has dipped in its intensity.
Yes, listen to the music.
Yeah.
Enjoy the tunes.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Oh, it's 4 minutes of this is hard.
This is hard.
This is
hard. But you've got to keep that cadence up.
Wow.
We're nicely warmed up. Legs are spinning.
Wow. Yeah.
All right, 3 minutes to go on this. Come on, that's good. That's 25% locked off that block.
It's the only way you can do it.
Cadence up. I can really feel this, not just my cardio system, but on my thighs, on the quadriceps. I can really feel them driving those pedals forward and down. Trying to relax on the upstroke at the back, trying to bring the hamstrings in if I can. Oh yeah.
Yep.
I've got that Mission Impossible bead of sweat on my nose that any second he's going to drop on the floor and trigger the alarm. There it goes.
Oh, wow. I've been watching little bits of the Tour de France.
Oh yeah.
On the telly. Those guys can push their way up a mountain, can't they? Incredible.
Oh my, the racing's been phenomenal. It's the cat and mouse tactics at the front. And, wow. Yeah, it's been a lesson in quality riding. It really has. Really beating each other up, those top two. Okay, 2 more minutes of this.
That makes me second, I imagine, in the race to the top. Wow, I am working at a high level for me.
Okay. Try and relax those shoulders, Dom. Maybe bring just the hand position slightly. Shake the arms out. Slight respite.
Keep the legs turning. Yeah, I find this hard.
Now, another 90 seconds, we'll go back to a 1 minute recovery block. So we're going to drop down to a 5 again, quite jump down, and then we're going to push it right up to the 8. So that's going to be the hardest level we're going to go today.
Can we get out of the saddle for a bit of that?
Yeah, we are going to get out. There'll be an option, certainly. But what I'm going to say on the 8 is that you can freestyle it, okay? Which means if you feel comfortable on getting out of the saddle with a smooth transition in that block, then please do. If you want to stay in the saddle, please do. Yeah? So I think rather than have a kind of structured up and down on this one, if you feel good staying in the saddle at this high intensity, then drive it forward. If you want to give your lower back and your thighs a bit of a change of scene, then by all means, smooth transition out the saddle, stand up, drive it forward. All right, I think my cadence dropped then. Dom, you should have.
Sorry, Andy, keep the cadence
reminding
going.
me of that.
Come on, please.
Right. This is definitely a HIIT workout.
It is high intensity for me, particularly after a weekend of, well, not even overindulgence.
Right, so you ready? So, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tone of the bike changes. Leg speed feels way easier. Down to a 5. We've only got 60 seconds of this. And I'm fully aware we're going into the hardest block of the session, which is a level 8. Now that is going to feel like a real push on those thighs, and that's for 4 minutes. So, going into it, you want to breathe in through your nose, out through the mouth, recharge the cardiovascular system, try and get that fresh oxygen back into the lungs, get it back into the bloodstream. But this minute goes real quick.
And it's your
RPE
8, not ours, not his, not mine.
Yeah.
Yours. Where do you feel your 80% heart working as hard as you can, I guess? And I would say, another thing Andy's taught me is if you think you're resting out of the saddle, you're not, you're just using different muscles, and as soon as you're more fatigue, you can do the whole thing out of the saddle, you can't.
So here we go, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right, that's up to an 8. Oh, instantly I've got to shift in the saddle a little bit.
So I'm going to try and do a minute in and a minute out, a minute in and a minute out.
Minute out is going to be tough.
Create a little plan for myself, well, maybe half a minute. Keeping that cadence going is, well, I can't do it.
Yeah. Right. Let's keep that cadence up. Let's keep that cadence up. Head looking forward and down. Shoulders relaxed. In through the nose, out through the mouth. You've got this far. Dom's got out the saddle. Dom's out the saddle. I'm going to get out the saddle in 20 seconds.
I'm going to get in.
So this might look like a game of whack-a-mole, but as Dom sits down, I stand up. Right. Okay, 10 seconds and I'm going to stand up. I'm going to aim for 30 seconds, that's going to be hard. So, here I go. Right.
That's very hard.
Oh, that's hard. Yeah. Straight away. I can hear my cadence drop. Hard to keep that cadence up. I can feel my weight going on my arms, shoulders. It's only been like 15 seconds. See, I find that, I know it's a slight break from the position, but I find that physically, that's hard. It's hard. Okay, 3, 2, 1, smooth transition, try and keep the cadence going. Stuff. Head looking forward and down.
Very hard. Okay, let's walk this guy. Here we go now.
Hope the mics are picking up this rapid breathing. All right, Dom, you're gonna have to get back in. All right. Okay, here I go. I've got 30 seconds. We really got to try and keep that cadence up.
Oh gosh.
Dancing on the pedals.
No dancing here.
No dancing here. Oh man.
Oh wow.
Right. Okay, about to get in the saddle. 3, 2, 1, smooth transition. Oh, that's good, Dom, good. Okay, keep that cadence up, Dom, out the saddle. Okay, we're approaching the point where it's 1 minute to go on this session.
It's like technical malfunction.
I had a
Sweat on the screen.
Oh man.
Sorry. What are we? I'm just gonna freestyle it now.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, we're into the last 30 seconds. Oh, head looking forward and down.
Oh wow.
man, where have you gone? Okay, 3, 2, 1. Oh, down to a 5. Wow. Oh, down to a 5. That was hard.
Gotta keep the cadence going. Drop it, and my inclination is to. We have a sweat-based technical misfunction here, which means the clock is.
But
Andy's guessing at the clock now.
Don't get distracted.
Wow.
Oh, if there was any doubt we were working harder than normal. There it goes.
Let's dry the screen, I think.
Okay, so we've got a 1 minute block. I feel that we're almost at the end of that.
To the end of that, yes. Let's hope that the on-screen clocks will indicate what's going on. Andy's just waiting for his phone to dry.
All right, so we're now going to wind it down. We're into the cool down period. So we're going down from a 5 to a 4. So try and keep that cadence brisk. Oh.
Yeah. Okay. I have noticed.
Yeah.
On some of the other workouts I've looked at on YouTube.
What?
No, before we started doing this, obviously. Not least, well, there's some really good ones out there, but they are often populated by people who are a lot younger than we are, which doesn't mean you can't follow a workout, but the kind of relatability factor is very important, I think.
Yeah.
And I've also noticed that they don't appear, maybe because they're very young and very fit, to be working as hard as I feel like I was just then. So I think, again, another reason why we decided to do this is, it sounds a bit cheesy to say, but authenticity or relatability, whatever you call it, is key to what we're trying to do. We wanted you to see that what you're trying to do with these workouts is hard, because it makes you hot, it makes you sweaty, it makes you tired. It's not an easy thing to do. And I think it's important that you feel that what you're trying to do is the same as what millions of other people are trying to do. It's very hard to keep fit as you get older.
Yeah.
So yeah, we will not be pulling any punches when it comes to how tired we are or how hard it is to do this. And as Andy said on a few occasions, getting on the bike in the first instance is the toughest part of it, or the toughest part of it,
Yeah, getting the shoes on, get the kit on, getting the shoes on, making the time, and then flicking that switch and saying, dear friends and family, don't interrupt me for 30 minutes. Yeah. I'm going to do my workout.
And can you find the clock now, or is it gone? We're guessing now.
Well, I'm looking at the shadows. I'm looking at the shadows on the heating pipes next door, and I'm wondering if I can judge time by that. So we've reverted to good old Greenwich Mean Time. We've had to ditch the stopwatch, which is fine. So we are going to do another couple of minutes of this warm down.
Got it, okay.
Yeah, so we should be level 4 to 3. So you can probably hear our ability to converse has returned to somewhat normality. The content may not, but certainly the general action of is about the same.
Yeah, and I would say we've been getting really good engagement from people asking questions about cadence.
Yeah, it's been great.
About heart rate, if you want to get into the really nitty-gritty science stuff. We're going to be, as we go through our sessions, we'll be addressing all these things over time. A lot of people have referenced strength and flexibility, which we talked about earlier on today, but we'll talk about again continually. We have all sorts of plans afoot on the channel to bring in those kind of workouts and those kinds of experts to help us understand why it's so important to stay flexible and keep strong as you get older.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to turn that resistance right down now. Let it spin out. Oh. Wow, that went so quick.
Didn't it? Yeah.
It goes so quick.
I'm now properly wet.
Those intensity.
Yeah.
All right. People, thank you so much for joining us on this session. Slight timing malfunction right at the end there. That will be rectified in time for the next session, I can assure you. Please keep these sessions up. They are in no particular order, although I wouldn't advise you starting with this one. We are going to, due to many comments we've received, we are going to do a complete beginner's guide to static cycling. So if you're a bit wary about getting on a bike first off, then we will do our absolute very best to construct a session where we cover a lot of the subjects. It will be a small workout. You'll definitely get some, some cardiovascular benefit from that workout, but we will be really talking and pinpointing position, leg position, things like clothing, which is, is pretty basic, footwear, hydration, the RPE, the rating of perceived exertion, cadence, and other add-on activities that you can do, we will also be bringing to you in the very near future. So thanks very much for joining us. Please like, comment and subscribe, and share with your friends if they're of a similar ilk, or even if they're not, send it to anyone. See what they think.
Yeah, thanks guys. It's been great to have you with us. We're the off-cycling duo, Andy and Dom, and we'll see you the next time. Thanks so much. Bye now.